Hey, yeah, what's happening? So Liverpool cruised through to the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. It didn't look like they were going to, really, did it? You know, obviously a slower start than maybe people would have hoped for. Obviously, there's the own goal thrown in there as well. Obviously, gutted for Quansah to have that against his name when in reality, there's nothing he can do about it. Thought Conor Bradley was actually brilliant in a moment. He looked like he really dug Liverpool out, and then obviously just kicks it off Quansah, and then you go from there. Great to see Federico Chiesa getting involved. Technically, it's an assist. Yeah, it's an assist because he kicks it off the goal, and then Jota gets there. I love assists like that, real stat pad and goodness. But yeah, good to see him play. Look live. He didn't really get enough involved in the game, I think, did he? Certainly not as much as Jota and Gakpo. Probably the two star players on the day for the Reds, really. Tough one for Darwin Núñez. Really glad that he got another start, of course, but I think it goes to show that in certain games, certain environments, with certain teams, he's not the complete centre forward. But look, he doesn't need to be. He needs to occupy defenders, he needs to cause problems. And Jota playing in the sort of 10 or playing off Darwin flourished because he does so much good work. He's such an intelligent footballer. Dropped deep, drove forward with it, linked play. Thought he had a really good game, and he was doing a lot of the things that he does from centre forward, but actually dropped deep, which meant you could leave Darwin up there again to occupy defence, which actually gave Jota more licence to roam, more freedom. It's interesting to see whether Harvey Elliott's supposedly the understudy to Szoboszlai, and I think he will be when he comes back in. But it is nice to know Liverpool got this other gear where you can just put a versatile attacking player in that sort of number 10 role and just give us more attacking impetus, really. So yeah, very, very, very good performance from Jota. To be so alert and so alive for the equalising goal, I thought was absolutely brilliant. And he was great throughout the game. Big mention, of course, to Cody Gakpo after his star turn in the San Siro against Milan, again getting an opportunity to come into the side, and you could see, he was a constant threat for that West Ham defence. I'm so glad he got the goals, and look, ultimately they come when West Ham I was going to say when they've fallen apart, but they haven't. He helps contribute towards them ultimately falling apart with 10 men, but just to get on the score sheet again, very, very deserved. Salah coming off the bench to get one as well, which will do his confidence no end of good. So yeah, I've talked about the League Cup and saying I wouldn't be devastated if Liverpool didn't get to the final, didn't win that this time around, because I think you need legs. I think you need something in the tank for the big competitions later on in the season. But also Liverpool's squad's so good that you can make that many changes and still be very competitive. Liverpool, of the top teams, got the hardest draw there. Okay, at Anfield, of course, but still West Ham, tricky start to the season. We've dispatched them again in the League Cup, but they are a good team with good players. And to get through with that kind of panache and aplomb bodes very well for what we want to do now. It gives Slot the ability to, to pick whatever team he wants to for Wolves now, and then to go to Bologna, and if he wants to make a few more changes than maybe he did against AC Milan, that he can feel confident he's got the lads to do that this time as well. So yeah, really good performance, really enjoyable game, great outing for a number of players, and Liverpool through to the next round. What more could you ask for?